Good morning everyone. Welcome again. Today we will discuss about bipolar and related disorders. So let's start with bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder involve both mania and depression and are also known as manic depressive illness. It is a brain disorder that causes unusual shifts in mood, energy, activity levels and the ability to carry out day-to-day tasks. And in bipolar, mood or affective disorder is characterized by recurrent episodes of mania and depression in the same patient at different times. So earlier known as manic depressive psychosis, means MDP. Types of bipolar disorder: bipolar 1 and bipolar 2. Bipolar characterized by episodes of severe mania and severe depression. Bipolar second, characterized by episodes of hypomania, not required hospitalization, and severe depression. So, bipolar 1 we will discuss here is mainly defined by manic and mixed episodes that last at least 7 days, or by manic symptoms that are so severe that the person needs immediate hospital care. Usually, the person also had depressive episodes typically lasting at least 2 weeks. The symptoms of mania or depression must be major change from the person's normal behavior. Bipolar 2 disorder is defined by a pattern of depressive episodes shifting back from, and the fourth with hypomanic episode but no full down manic and mixed episodes. Here is about bipolar disorder not otherwise specified. These are not specified. Is diagnosed when a person has symptoms of illness that do not meet diagnostic criteria for either bipolar 1 or 2, but the symptoms may not last long enough, or the person may have too few symptoms to be diagnosed with bipolar 1 and 2. The symptoms are clearly out of the person's normal range of behavior. So, cyclothymic disorder and cyclothymia is a mild form of bipolar disorder. People who have cyclothymia have episodes of hypomania. That's it, shift back and forth with mild depression for at least 2 years. Symptoms with bipolar disorder experience usually intense emotional status that occur in distinct periods called mood episodes. An overly joyful or overexcited state is called a manic episode, and an extremely sad and hopeless state is called depressive episode. Sometimes a mood episode includes symptoms of both mania and depression. This is called mixed state. In addition to mania and depression, bipolar disorder can cause a range of moods as shown on the scale. So a person having a hypomanic episode may feel very good, be highly productive, function well, may not feel that anything is wrong even as family and friends recognize the mood swings. Without proper treatment, however, people with hypomania may develop severe mania or depression. Who at risk here? Risk factor we are going to discuss here. Risk factor are having mental disorders, especially depression and alcohol use disorders, going through natural disaster, experiencing violence, abuse or loss and isolation at any stage of life. Previous suicidal attempt is the strongest risk factor here. So bipolar disorder often develop in a person's late teens or early adult years. At least half of the all cases start before age 25. Some people have their first symptoms during childhood, while others may develop symptoms late in the life. So suicidal risk we will discuss here. Suicidal behavior indicates difficulties in problem solving, stress management and emotional expression. Suicidal thoughts lead to suicidal action when acting on these thoughts seems to be the only way out of a person's difficulties. These thoughts are heightened under acute emotional and other distress. The ramification of suicide on social circle and communities tend to be devastating and long lasting. The stigma surrounding suicide continue despite recent advances in research in this field. Due to this, many people who are contemplating or even attempting suicide do not seek help thus, preventing timely help from reaching them. Therefore, improving identification, referral and management of behavior are crucial for preventing suicide. And WHO also suggests some measure First is limiting access to the means of suicide, reporting of suicide by media in a responsible way, bringing in alcohol-related policies, early identification, treatment and care of people at risk, training health workers in assessing and managing for suicide, care for people who are attempting suicide and providing community support. And here the prevalence rate of attempting suicide in bipolar 2 and bipolar 1 disorder appear to be similar, 32.4% and 36.3%. However, the lethality of attempts may be higher in individuals with bipolar 2 disorder compared with bipolar 1 disorder. So, this is about bipolar disorders we have discussed today. Next time we will move further. Thank you.